There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with one of the last matches of the day. Again, match point for Protoss. Zerg needs either 5 or 6 wins to even tie this series up. So please pay very close attention to this game. It is one of the most important of today. It is going to be played on the new weather map, Foxtrot Labs, between MuToiDMan and Sk1pzter.
Sk1pzter, yeah.
I don't think you were there for the last TVZ, but MuToiDMan was Bronze League back then.
Oh wow! Congratulations, MuToiDMan, on going through the ranks.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? ATZ versus ATT.
Maybe six months ago, I think. 6 months. Maybe
nice.
A little bit more. Yeah, that's
well
pretty
done,
good.
MuToiDMan.
And he did, and he lost his Roach Warren, but he had a second one in his base. It was all good. Alright, here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand side. Representing all things Zerg, we have him back again, but this time he's going to be fighting Protoss. It is MuToiDMan.
And in the top right-hand corner of Foxtrot Labs, is he the one to do it? Can he close it out for all things Protoss? It is Sk1pzter. God damn it! It looks like we've got another Forge expand. No! Why?
There's no need to be upset. And the lawnmower just flies off.
My jimmies are so rustled right now, man. I love Gateway Expand so much.
Alright.
Nah, I can't fault them. Forge Rust Expand is a very solid opening on ladder, absolutely. And it has the potential to be more economical than Gateway Expand. Because, I mean, 15 Nexus, 15 Gate is, it's very dangerous against early pool deals, so it's not super great for ladder. Whereas, like, 9 Scout into Nexus first and Forge is actually fantastic for ladder. Because you're going to see everything, it's just up to you from that point on to deal with it. So actually, I don't begrudge anyone going Forge Fast Expand. It's still a fantastic opening, and the best players in the world still Forge Fast Expand.
And I think that this is one of the smallest ramps on ladder to have the wall off. And oh, he's not. This is not a defensive overlord. This is not going to say the natural MuToiDMan is moving out with those overlords. If Protoss, it's creep, it's pull first. The option to cannon rush is definitely there.
Yeah, he sees the Forge with his drone, so he's actually going to be okay. Like, I don't think he should lose any shenanigans.
He does get the hatch.
Here.
Is he going to cannon rush? I don't think so. Yeah,
he's going for the Nexus. He knows, like, he's seen the timing of the pull. He's seen the hatch. It's like in this position, this is like absolutely fine for Protoss. Like if he'd gone for something greedy like a 9 Scout 17 Nexus or 16 Nexus, that kind of thing, that would obviously be an even better position for him to be in. But this situation, I would feel incredibly comfortable as Sk1pzter. Like, as much as I go on about how much I love Gateway Expand, you just can't deny the flexibility of the Forge Expand opening. He's even going cannon before gate, which, in my opinion, like the way I like to play, is a little too greedy. A little too safe, because I'm much more greedy. I like my tech very quickly. But again, I can't fault Sk1pzter. I mean, he knows that he wins this game, he closes it out, all things Protoss reigns over everyone as is naturally right and good. So he doesn't have to take any unnecessary chances. He just has to get himself up, set solidly, and everything's fine. Whereas MuToiDMan, honestly, I mean, he might be feeling the pressure. Every Zerg from here on out knows that, you know, whatever happens, it's on them. They have to.
They're the light in the darkness.
They have to win this game. They're the last best hope.
Wall. Yeah, they're it. Every single man there is pretty much the last line of defense. There is no coming back if any one of these Zergs loses. A delayed probe scout coming in one more time just to check on the probe.
Yeah, this is great. Like, he sees there's no drones there, so he's got to wonder where the minerals are going. And he's actually going for a third. And this is really interesting. He's taking the other third. I don't actually like this from MuToiDMan. I mean, you look, he's got 2 sets of rocks to go through to clear an optimal path for defending that third. Like, if you go for the other third on the left-hand side, it's much more open. It's like, if we see any kind of 2-base aggression from Sk1pzter against this third, I feel like it might be quite difficult.
This valley on this right-hand side, which houses a third, is very reminiscent to me of Yonsu, and why Yonsu was vetoed by a lot of Zerg players.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, definitely.
It does not look easy to defend in the slightest.
Actually, yeah, the way this map is structured with the location of the 2/3 is very kind of Yonsu. Although the central path through to the natural in this map is obviously blocked by rocks. Like, it makes for a very interesting map design. Like, I know it's a completely different matchup, but SOS in Code A actually won a PvT on this map by knocking down the rocks with a 2-base Immortal attack and a War Prism into the main. It allows for a lot of interesting map-specific strategies. Hopefully we'll see something like this from Sk1pzter or MuToiDMan to take advantage of those rocks barreling into the natural.
Oh, very nice pick off. Getting the probe out on the map and then successfully camping the front is insanely
he can feel so much more secure.
important. Yes.
Like, he knows that if there is going to be any kind of early gateway aggression, that it's going to be completely stunted. I mean, he's going to have to send out another probe, which is another chance for him to catch that probe. So obviously, maybe it's probably not reactionary, but Sk1pzter is going Stargate. Like, if he had any gateway aggression planned, obviously it'd probably be starting +1 on that forge a lot earlier. But now he knows, you know, he's going into Stargate. That's fine, absolutely. We've seen a lot of Stargate openings. They're very good. They're very solid. I find Stargate openings in PvZ, they allow you to really flex your skills. If you were good at being active on the map with Phoenixes, if you were great at getting oracles in and out, Stargate openings will give you a lot of mileage. You can really get ahead in the game if you are solid with your attention, your multitasking with Stargate openings. Robo openings tend to be a thing of the past in Heart of the Swarm. They were the primary openings in Wings of Liberty, and we don't really see them anymore. And we're seeing an oracle out of the Stargate. I love this. I absolutely love oracle in PvZ. As I was saying before earlier in the cast, in another game, if you have an oracle, you can secure a really fast third, and you can be safe against practically infinite Zerglings. If you have like zealots and sentries positioned in the mineral line with a mothership core and a cannon wall off, you have an oracle, you will not be broken by Zerglings. You also have revelation, you have envision for any borrowed shenanigans, you have the ability to scout, and if a mineral line is undefended, an oracle can come in and they can 1v1 a queen, kill the queen, and still have enough energy left over to kill numerous drones. I love this. Oh wow, and we see hallucinated Phoenix. That's interesting. You can have some. You see that Sk1pzter has opened Oracle. You can have some great mind games with Oracles. Like, say he opened with a hallucinated Oracle, sent it in, let it die. Then MuToiDMan is like, alright, that wasn't real, that's fine. And then the real Oracle flies in. He doesn't pay it any attention, thinks it's hallucination, loses an entire mineral line.
That
You
is
can
a
do some fun
possibility.
stuff like that, yeah.
We are seeing, though, the Roaches are going to be met with a Voidberry, and the main of the Zerg is going to be met with an Oracle.
Oh.
Here comes the Oracle swapping
Three.
in 3, 4?
4.
That's 4,
Five.
that's 5. I started fire so far, 6. And is he
He's
gonna
going
duel
for the queen, but I don't think he has it. Oh, he might have it.
Maybe. No,
She's
MuToiDMan
running,
is going to
she's
back up
running,
the last
she's gonna
second. There's plenty of energy left. There goes the queen.
Wow.
And, yep.
The Oracle's
that's what
reign
I'm
of
trying to
terror
say.
continues.
Is gonna die, but not before picking off 8 things, including a queen. So
An
very
absolutely
cost effective.
fantastic Oracle.
Behind it, third base.
7 drones and a queen, which means, of course, that the production in the main is severely hampered. He's losing out 4 larvae per cycle. I do believe, yeah, 4 larvae per cycle from that queen. That's, like, obviously the ideal scenario is the Oracle saves alive, but that Oracle has already done so much damage. It's paid for itself wonderfully. And this third base is actually, like, think about it from this position, he's lost all of those drones. So that third is already safe, because he needs to rebuild those drones. Like, what happens now if he puts those drones into roaches and tries to pressure the third and loses them? It's an instant GG. So he needs to rebuild his economy from losing those drones, which means no units, which means that third goes up for free. Even though the Oracle isn't there to defend it, the third is going to stay alive immediately. Fantastic play so far from Sk1pzter.
Hallucinated Phoenix doesn't get any more information out of this than they want to. Misses the Hydrogen, but I'm sure you can infer that it already exists.
Yeah, like, any commitment to roaches past this point, they need to be supported with Hydroids, or they're just too easily countered.
MuToiDMan only now just going to 6 Isers. I would love to see him take a 4th base soon, or commit to heavy pressure, because right now he's in that nether zone of... Army's not strong enough to pressure, and Eco's not strong enough to compete with 3 base Protoss.
Like,
He's gonna make one or the other happen.
Sk1pzter probably isn't going to move out until he gets some higher tech or something like Blink or Charge, so this is the optimal time for a 4th base to go down. As you said, he probably doesn't have the army to attack this space in the defensive setup. There's 2 cannons, there's 4 seals, there's going to be photon overcharge.
Well, that's a lot
but
of
he does
zealots.
have sufficient army to defend his own base. But he's actually not taking that 4th. He's committing to an attack on this base. Okay, he's seen that defensive setup. If I've seen that as MuToiDMan, I'm probably going to want to pull back. It's not something you want to mess with.
We are gonna see Zerg going to commit to this pressure, but with 2 Void Rays, I'm not too sure if he can break through. Yes, he does have 6 Hydralisks, but that's a lot of Force Shields that have not been baited out. It's going to be a very tricky defense. The cannons are going to go down almost immediately, but Protoss is there's
nice.
Overcharge. No way.
He does a little bit of damage and he pulls away. Great decision from MuToiDMan. To stay in there and attack and fight would be absolute suicide.
Yes. And there's the robotics follow-up, but a counterattack on the left-hand side. 3 Zealots just can be warped in and sent to a third base that does not actually exist.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure how much those Zealots, like, say they want to veer into the natural from this point. I'm not sure how much they can accomplish because there's actually a baneling nest going down. Oh my god, there's a baneling nest?
Now that's
wow,
interesting.
Is that a reactive read from MuToiDMan? I mean, you look at Sk1pzter's army. There's a lot of Zealots. There's still some on the other side of the map. There's 14 Zealots in total on that map. If he's read that from Sk1pzter's army composition, that's a fantastic decision by MuToiDMan.
Yes.
And here are the Zealots coming into the natural. The Hydras catch them. They're not going to be able to accomplish much. He's kiting.
So far.
1 Hydra goes down. 2 Hydras.
He's only going to lose 3 at most. And
3 Hydras. Okay, 3 Hydras for 6 Zealots. Fantastic trade.
Absolutely fantastic. And the warping pylon is even going to get cleaned up here. We even less
he knows
presence.
there's a pylon there. He just has to find it. That's all.
Double Stargate as well as this. I think this is the second robotics.
Wow, Sk1pzter he may have actually slightly signed his own death warrant because those Zealots alerted him to his movement on that side of the map, and he's actually going to use that to swing around and catch him out of position.
Force shield, you got a force shield, bro. You got a force shield. There's some force shields. They're pretty good, but a lot are still trickling through. Roach Hydra is still pressing in.
Time warp's only 10 seconds. It's not going to hold this army.
It's going to do a tremendous amount of damage. The power of DK and Time Warp's done already, and yes, Protoss is pursuing, but I feel like if MuToiDMan would turn around, and yes, he has, because he's baited out Time Warp, he's baited out Force Shields, there's nothing left.
MuToiDMan, I think he's amused there.
Ha.
Thanks, David Kim.
No problem.
But wow, he's got Overlord drop on the way. Does he already have speed? I need to know.
Is he gonna do baneling drops?
That would be cool.
That would be amazing. He's making a lot of Zerglings. You look at the production tab, or actually look at the units tab. There's 18 Zerglings, not enough to actually be a substantial force. But
this army is primarily composed of sentries and zealots. There's a good number of stalkers, but he has 2 too. There's only +1 for the Protoss, and the force shields are going to be absolutely crucial.
I love this so far. MuToiDMan is not committed to any fights yet because it just keeps baiting out force shields.
He's baiting out force shields, getting drop, and he's getting speed. 11 zealots and 11 sentries. If he morphs the Zerglings he has into banelings, this could be amazing.
Is he going to? I think he's going to. Yeah, I think that's the only logical route because this army's moving further and further away from zealots and going way heavy into air. There's 3 Stargates and no indication that there's going to be a transition to robo.
16 banelings, yes!
Are the overlords coming?
Oh my god, 11 sentries, 11 zealots. That is going to
overlords
melt!
Are heading that way. Overlords are heading that way. He's gonna do it.
Roach Hydra baneling. Awesome. The Robo Bay is coming up, but it's gonna be way too late. Does it Robo Bay and Templar Archives? Great. One of those, you have those 2 minutes now, 5 minutes earlier maybe? But this 8 zealot counterattack, this is gonna do fantastic damage, but it might be too much of a commitment away from his main army.
Yes, exactly. This fort base has got to be cancelled. No cancellation, but he can spare that right now. He's freaking rich.
He's bringing the banelings home, is he?
No, he's heading towards the overlord. The overlords. 3 overlords coming in. He's gonna drop 12 banelings on that guy.
This attack from MuToiDMan has just gone. It needs to do heavy damage. If those zealots veer into the natural, he could be in a lot of trouble. But they're not. They're standing still, and here come the bane rings. Bane ring you!
Banelings, here we go. There's no Colossus. It's pure force shields.
Drop the banelings, yes,
Protoss is pumped as well. Here come the banelings. Overlord's in hot pursuit. He knows what's in those goddamn things. A massive weapon of zealots. Unload.
That's not what you need right now.
There is no unload, but a lot of Hydras still left alive. These force shields are not doing any. Oh, the goddamn bomb is gonna drop. Oh my god, the connections right there. Loses half of the economy right there, but the Hydras is still standing strong, beginning to push through. There's so many.
He's going for the natural.
Shields.
He's going for the
He's
natural!
going to the natural! Here comes the Baneling Robs! Oh my god, another mineral line decimated right now. Skipster down 50 supply.
Oh my
and the
god,
Hydra still
37
stands
probes
strong.
killed!
It's only Blinkstalkers. It's only Blinkstalkers against Hydras. Blinkstalkers are terrible against Hydras. He even takes out the third base. And that was the most insanely successful attack I think we've seen all day. I have nothing else to say.
I play Protoss and I'm grinning from ear to ear.
Yes. Everyone roots for MuToiDMan. I played Terra and I rooted for him on that day. So we do see now a this Zerg's already in a concave to kill it. And they're gonna be pushed away.
Oh my god. I wonder what the follow-up is here. Like, he's got a hive. If he goes Vipers from here, that would be amazing. But he's actually
anything from this point on, I think.
He's gonna go into more units, and that's the correct choice. He has the superior economy. He's
Yes.
done massive amounts of economic damage. Like, all he has to do really from this point is take good trades and keep the pressure on. Like, he's securing a fourth base, that's great. He's getting 3-3 upgrades. That is gonna be scary as hell.
Only a single Colossus. And only, I think, 2-3 more Force Fields at most. He does not want to take this fight. That's a lot of Roach
But
Hydra.
equally, MuToiDMan doesn't want to go down that ramp. Oh, but he's giving it to him. Oh, the Colossus!
Wait a second, he forgot Hydra speed. MuToiDMan's forgotten Hydra speed.
Oh my god. With
Uh-oh.
39 Hydras, he's that speed.
He kind of needs speed, and a few Force Fields here could spell the end of the game if he's
But there's
not
not
careful,
enough.
but he
I don't
wedges his
think
way
there's
in.
enough from this position. Sk1pzter's gonna have to funnel in through a tiny choke.
This is the best possible engagement he could have taken right here with these Force Fields and that Robo jamming everything up, and he's doing incredible amounts of damage with that single Colossus, but Hydras
Oh my
don't
god.
die so easy, ladies and gentlemen.
But this position from MuToiDMan is so painful.
Pulse probes, he really, really does not want to die.
Okay,
This is
he
a
needs to
two-base
trade as
Protoss.
much as possible and use that huge bank he's got to remax. Because from here, Sk1pzter, his economy is in tatters. He needs to counterattack right now. And if he does, I don't know if MuToiDMan can hold it. You look at the supplies, and the army supply is still in favor of Sk1pzter. He
Ultralisk
can't be
then.
passive. Oh my god, the Ultralisk Cavan. Like, if you could get some Ultras out, that'd be great against this army. But, oh my god. Sk1pzter's force, it's formidable now. But it's not gonna stay formidable. Oh, the corruption. The contaminate on the Nexus.
Look, he has no money. He has no income. He's not making money at all. There's nothing left in the vein. He has 9 probes mining the natural. There's no third base on the way. Sk1pzter's dead. There is no conceivable way he can hold the oncoming flood or what is about to be a massive Ultralisk transition. He can't even afford a single immortal right now. This is going to be very
there's
brutal.
more than double the supply from MuToiDMan. It's just absolutely crushing right now. I mean, this game is completely out of control. It starts like with banelings, and now we're gonna see Ultralisks just trample over Protoss.
Right.
I mean,
well, look, he's cut all probes. He knows that this is it. He's just transferring a few to try to keep income stable, but at double-digit money on both levels of 24 minutes, not where you want to be. A lot of Roach Hydra, but that's 6 Archons.
I mean, MuToiDMan, the thing from this point is, he can lose his army twice over. As long as he takes a couple
he cannot.
units
He needs
down
more
with-
gas before he loses his army twice
but
over.
I mean,
he needs
look at the
gas.
bank. Look at the bank.
Yes.
He doesn't
This
even
tremendous
need to
mineral
trade
link.
close to cost efficiently, honestly. Like, there would need to be some kind of horrendous mess up to put this back in Sk1pzter's hands.
You know, the nice part about Ultralisk is that they don't actually care about force fields.
That's true, and force fields are pretty much the only thing keeping him alive at this point.
Yeah, Sk1pzter has been used force field to its maximum potential this entire game. I don't think anybody can deny that. There's the Dark Shrine. He really, really needs to hold out just for a few more seconds, but
And
guess
you know,
what?
there's a
Ultras
few
are really
spore
good.
crawlers on the map, so I don't know. Oh, and he's knocking down these rocks as well. He's gonna be, and if he brings some roaches and hydras down to the other ramp by the third, he could engage us from 3 angles. Looks like
there's some
2 is
force
gonna be
fields,
enough.
but guess what? Even Archons are knocking those down. The Ultralisk in the front taking an insane amount of damage, and there's the body slam of Hydralisk, and Sk1pzter's chances of victory go into the toilet. MuToiDMan crashing in 163 supply to 42. Desperate DT Warpins, only 2 are not going to be enough to stop him, but there's nothing to do damage to at this point. Sk1pzter's down to 30 supply, 200 minerals. These DTs are his entire army.
MuToiDMan, he's bringing it back. We might not see the clean sweep.
I knew what he says. Hashtag dirty.
But he still has the spores. Like, his army is a little bit at risk, but he just needs an overseer. Like, oh wow, okay, his fourth base is gonna come under heavy siege.
I think he should be okay with these, how you say?
He should, but
overseers.
He's not. Does he have overseers? He has no overseers, and he's not.
He has three. They're
with his army. Sorry, I'm completely bored. I was looking at the unit
stuff. This is easy cleanup.
Okay. Now they're coming into the third base, but the spores are already there.
Jokes on him. There's no minerals there anyways. Nobody cared. And once these are cleaned up, this one DT is all of his army. That's it. His F2 button now reads 0. This is 26 probes against the full might of Zerg.
And he's
about to
making
remax on whatever he wants. This is single-handedly the most optimistic. He's taking this Nexus with 26 probes. That's it. There is nothing else behind this.
There's literally 0 army. The only thing is like 1 High Templar and 1 Immortal that's just about to pop out now. Oh, wait. He's gonna have 1 Immortal, 1 Archon. Let's see how cost-efficient Protoss really is.
That's true. I don't think it's that cost-efficient though. I mean, you know me. I complain a lot, but even I understand there are some limits that can't be stretched.
Oh my god.
And the cannon is going to go through Speedlings flood in. Sk1pzter says GG, playing to the last. MuToiDMan.
MuToiDMan going with the good fucking game, and I would agree. Well played, MuToiDMan. All things Zerg marches on. Wow.
Alright, so the score is now going to go to 11.